this through. I'll suffer no regrets. I know that you press loses tonight. For only a fool thinks he can hold back the dawn. He who's wise never tries to advise what's passing on. There's not the daylight comes tomorrow. May don't even talk or it's not. It doesn't help if you cry. That's how I live on that devil may care. Devil may, devil may, devil may care. Robert Hurt, Anthony Wilson, the wonderful Peter Erskine on the drums. Peter Erskine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome again to this series of my live videos. And I'm very fortunate, I'm thrilled today. Actually, I can't find any words because I feel very lucky that I've met one of my mentor, a wonderful human being first, and he's been an inspiration to me for a very, very long time. I can say many words about him, but I don't know. But one word I can say, the great, a real master of jazz drumming, the great Peter Erskine. Ciao, Peter.
Hey, hello, Pepe. Where are you now?
I'm home in my living room in San Francisco.
So we're on the same time zone. Good.
Yes.
Thank you for that too generous introduction. It's my great pleasure to be here with you, and from
It's a
a
pleasure.
drummer
It's
such
an
as
honor.
yourself, who not only is such a great swinger, but who has such great hands. I watch your videos on Facebook, and you make me want to run to the practice pad.
Oh, please, coming from you, this is like, to me, is worth $1 million. Tomorrow, I'm done playing drums because of
No.
what you said. I'm so happy. Tomorrow, I'm going to open a pizza place. That's it. That's all I need now.
Well, I'm gonna drive up to have some pizza.
But thank you for being my guest on this live show. And as you know, I'm not like an interviewer or or whatever, but I'm doing this for the opportunity to give an opportunity to a lot of people, a lot of drummers and jazz lovers, musicians, to interact with such a wonderful artist. And that's the idea. Sometimes, a lot of drummers, they follow, they watch videos, they hear things, but, the interact, it's very important. They might want to ask questions. Please, guys, don't be shy. Ask your question because Peter would be happy to, and myself would be happy to hear from all of you and answer your question if we can.
So you'll pardon me if I turn to my left because I have a computer screen here. I see. So you'll be getting questions from people who are watching.
Yes, like people right now, they're saying hi. Can you read? Yeah, Dorothy.
I see. Hi.
And,
hello back.
And then to Gabriele. We're going to get a lot of people from Italy.
Fantastic. It's too early to say buongiorno, but buonasera.
Buonasera in Italy. Yes, the 9 hours difference. Right now it's like 9:11. Oh my God.
I hope that
9:11.
I hope that everyone is well in Italy.
Yeah.
You had a rough go of things, and it's now our turn here in the United States. Let's pray for everyone that we can come through this.
Yes, it's a worldwide. Yes, I agree. Yeah. I know.
But to music. All right, drum question.
Yes.
I'm ready.
So, the great Peter Erskine. I see you surprise me now because I was expecting just the a usual chat interview, some questions, but now you surprised me, which is great. This is brilliant. Seeing you behind the set. So what you have in mind? Because now, I mean, I'm excited myself. I want to know what's going on. What's in your mind?
Okay, you know what we're going to do?
Yes.
Um, I'm going to play, and I'll play along with my Jazz Essentials app. It's one of our play along apps. And I'm going to mute the drums. You'll be hearing Alan Pasqua playing piano and Dara Goles playing bass. Let's just do some Autumn Leaves.
Okay.
During the
And
height
now, is this
of summer.
just the track that you have, or it's part of the compilation, a book that you have that people can purchase?
Well,
Because I'm interested in buying a bunch of those for myself, actually.
okay. This is a standalone app,
Okay.
and you'll see what I'm pointing to. I can't do a close up, but there's a mixer, and I'll demonstrate. So let's say I want to play this. One, two, and that's the complete band. I'll take the click out.
Can you? I don't know if you can raise the volume a little, just a little bit. Turn it up a little bit. Yes.
Take the piano out. Take the drums out.
Wow.
Bring the piano back in. And I'll play along.
Wow. That was wonderful, Peter. That was great. Um, some people are saying that they hear you well, and some other people say if you can tune it up. I will suggest to if you can tune it up a little more,
Turn the drums up or
the whole
the
thing,
playback.
the master.
That's as loud as I'm going.
Oh, okay, okay.
If I had an engineer here, maybe they would
No,
pick
no,
it up.
don't. I can hear you. I
You
can
can
hear
hear
you.
my voice,
Uh,
okay?
if you can, tune up the voice at least a little more.
Hmm. Let's see. Um, I did a Facebook
Okay,
show a
now I
while
hear you
back.
fine. Yes, Deborah hears you fine. Gabriele hears you fine. So we're cool. Some people they
Okay.
might have a small phone, but if you're following from a, laptop, watching from a laptop or whatever, yeah, I can hear you fine. But some people were
Okay.
saying like this gentleman here, see, we can barely hear you and talk and the music, Peter. But I
Huh.
hear you fine.
Okay.
But I hear you fine. A lot of people hear you fine.
All right.
Now,
Uh,
I got a question about what you just played.
all right.
And I'm sure a lot of drummers they might want to ask you the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
and they notice the same thing. I see at a certain point, and it was beautiful. You played just quarter notes, which I'll let you say. I'll let you talk about that. That quarter note, which felt great, and it was swinging like you know the cops were outside waiting for you.
Hmm. Well, uh, so one of the things I like to do, of course, when I'm playing with other musicians, but even with the app, is to uh, not just experiment, but to experience the focus of, you know,
Yes.
and and really concentrate on the placement not only of each quarter note, but the cross stick. Um, Something I'll demonstrate to 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 explain how subdivisions work. Uh, let's take this beat I'm playing. So this is just four quarter notes to the bar, and because I'm only playing quarter notes, it would be okay. It would be legal to think of quarter notes. So okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Okay, but the style of the music has a do ba do ba do ba do ba do. It's just legato swung eighth note.
Yeah.
It's not exactly a triplet, but the do ba do ba do. So if I sing the spaces between the notes, will that change the way this simple beat sounds? So check this out. I'm thinking quarter notes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. But now I change the way I think. A do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do ba do.
Yeah.
So I'm carving out the spaces between the notes. The cross stick has more pocket now. It's kind of sitting fatter in the beat. And I discovered this of all places in the middle of a tour with Steely Dan. Um, we were. This is a good story. We were doing, you know, 30 some songs I think each concert, and one of the songs was an old tune of theirs titled "Reelin' in the Years." You know, and I didn't even know it was a Steely Dan tune. I thought it was like a Doobie Brothers song or something. So all right, so we got to play this, and all the sax players, each one was taking a solo, and I wasn't crazy about the arrangement, and I found myself, frankly, getting a little bit bored playing it, and I thought, well, that's no good. Um, what do I do? I don't like the tune, so I had in-ear monitors So I turned the monitors off. Uh, I turned the music off basically, and I had to think of something while we're playing the shuffle. So
Bounce,
instead
bounce.
instead of singing the I started singing Count Basie, imaginary Basie or Thad Jones background choruses like bip bop ba doo ya dee ba bip bip bop ba doo ya bop bip bop ba doo. And the rest of the band is and I think Walter Becker turned around and went like, "Yeah, man." So I realized that my shuffle for reeling in the years felt better when I was thinking of this Count Basie thing.
Yeah.
So I tried to figure out what's going on. Well, uh, I felt like an actor who was on stage and actually was telling the truth when he delivered his lines. So I could be truthful playing the Basie thing, and I couldn't be truthful playing a mid '70s rock anthem that I really didn't have any personal feeling for. So uh, this got me like interested and very aware about subdivisions and the spaces between the notes we play and how it changes the delivery. So quarter notes to me are the great test for that. And if I can make a quarter note swing a band, then the other stuff is easy. If I have to generate too much to make a band swing, uh, then the cake it's all decoration, it's all frosting, you know?
I'm glad you said that because I agree 100%. It's like driving the bus, and the way you explained it was so nice. It really made sense. And I usually say that even playing pop music or rock or whatever, you know, you can still swing if you play pop music. Some people say groove,
Yeah.
but the ball goes down to a swing. If you can swing, you can swing pop, rock. It doesn't make any difference.
Uh,
It doesn't matter really.
you
If you
know
swing,
when
you swing. If you got it, you got it.
when you were swinging so hard with Joey DeFrancesco in Anaheim at the NAMM show a few months ago, you drew me over. I was on my way home, and
I remember.
I heard this organ and drums. I said, "Man, this is swinging like crazy. What is this?" And
Thank you.
just you got a little bass drum, snare drum, one cymbal.
That's all I need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, and I couldn't believe you were there because the gig was over, and I told Joe, I says, "No, Joe, you got to play one more tune. I gotta have Mr. Peter Erskine. He needs to play right now." And he was like, "Is that Peter here?" I said, "Yeah, he's right there." He was like, "Okay, I'll play one more tune." It was
Man.
thank you so much for
Yeah,
stopping
my
by, and
pleasure.
I
Yep.
felt like wow, but thank you. And we got Horacio's watching. My dear friend, the great drummer Horacio Negro's watching. Give
Uh-huh.
Papa a big hug from me.
Okay. Hey. I was just watching you this morning. You were playing a Zen thing.
Yeah, with the clave, 3-2 clave.
Yeah. Hey, Horacio, do you play guitar?
Who? Oh, Horacio. No.
Horacio, I wonder.
Horacio, do you play guitar? Horacio. Papa.
But I saw him with this. I thought, wow, I wonder if he plays guitar.
So this app that you have in your computer, anyone can buy this app.
Well, the
Just
app. Let me correct you. The app is designed for iPhone and
okay,
iPad, so it's iOS.
okay,
There are two volumes of what we call Jazz Essentials. Those are standards,
okay.
basically the kind of songs that not just for drummers, it's for bass players, piano
Yeah,
players,
for anyone.
singers or horn players could use it like, or vibes players, whatever, could use it like a karaoke play along. Um, we also have big band, the Bob Mincer Big Band. We
Wow.
have Afro-Cuban essentials, and we have Brazilian essentials. So let me play a little with the big band, okay? Just to give you an
Horacio
idea.
says, no, I wish he doesn't play
Okay,
guitar.
Horacio, you don't play guitar, but this Zen thing made me wish you. I'm going to send you a guitar for Christmas, so you'll be holding a guitar someday. Uh, all right, I'll just do a little bit of this big band thing. I won't do the whole tune. All right?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. One, two, three.
Sound good. That was fantastic. We got a lot of people watching right now. Also, my dear friend, speaking of technique, you said, Ramon Montagnier from Spain. I love, no, just me, but millions of drummers, the feel and the swing of Master Peter. He's a great influence. Thank you. Hello, Ramon.
Well, that's very
We
kind.
got
Thank you. Muchas gracias.
and then we got Barry Hutchinson, which I'm sure you know is Papa, Bobby Hutchinson.
Barry is Bobby's son?
Yeah,
I love
that's
your father.
and he's also a drummer.
Your daddy told me about you a long time ago.
Yeah, he used to. Yeah, great vibraphone player,
Yeah. Oh, the best.
great
Just
musician.
wonderful, wonderful musician and human
Hmm.
being.
We
Uh,
got Rossio from Rome. Risiero, ciao, come stai? Mi fa piacere che ti stai divertendo e state guardando questo show perché onestamente non capita tutti i giorni. Il grande Peter Erskine veramente mi ha sorpreso oggi perché lui di solito non è che fa dirette così ma lui mi ha detto in privato, ci siamo sentiti prima e mi diceva Peppe, lo faccio solo per te perché ti stimo e voglio far parte di... È una cosa, una bella soddisfazione. Sono contento che vi state divertendo perché non capita tutti i giorni. Se avete delle domande, fatele tranquillamente, anche se non conoscete l'inglese, vi traduco io, va bene? Almeno cerco. Now we got Phil Gill, such a nice open feel, always tasteful. Yes.
well,
Um,
thanks Phil, and thanks Barry, and thanks everyone. That was a little, just a little taste of what the app is
no, this
doing.
is wonderful. Actually, I'm really I really love this app, this idea to have it on your phone, on your laptop, and just pick. And so, where can we purchase this on Fuzzy Music or
No,
that?
at the App Store.
That's it.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
for example, let's see. I'll go to the overhead cam here, and you can like, that's a Brazil app,
Beautiful.
or there's an Afro-Cuban app, and we also have the big band app,
Oh, okay.
and each app has like 10 songs, and
Oh,
every song has the mixer, so you can
So I'm going to say that in Italian. I got the idea. So ragazzi, queste basi che state ascoltando le potete anche acquistare dall'iPhone app, dove comprate i vari app, no? Ecco, questa è, non si vede tanto bene, ma comunque dall'app potete acquistare questi brani, che poi in effetti non solo sono per batteristi, ma sono anche per pianisti, bassisti, sassofonisti. Ecco, come potete vedere c'è un mixer che potete eliminare qualsiasi strumento. Ogni app c'ha il suo stile e potete eliminare lo strumento che voi suonate, lo eliminate e ci suonate voi. Quindi è una cosa incredibile, pazzesca. Io lo farò sicuramente, mi comprerò me li compro tutti quanti. Vediamo un po'. Orazio. The synthesis of elegance, class, finesse, and history. That's true. Maynard Ferguson, new vintage, was an everyday lesson for me. That's a great one. Beh, ragazzi, ma capite? Poi la cosa bella è che c'è proprio un'orchestrazione di musicisti veri, cioè it's beautiful because those are real musicians who are playing in the studio, and it's not like the usual some of the -1 that we purchased, like done with synthesizer and keyboard. This is the real deal. I mean, I'm gonna purchase all of them and have fun with it. Brass section, the whole thing. La sezione fiati, tutto. This is wonderful, Peter.
Yeah,
and it sounded great.
Thank you. The cool thing about it is that you could not only minus one of the tracks, but you could solo. If you want to hear, what the lead trumpet is doing, what the second trumpet is doing, what the first trombone, the bass trombone, first alto, first tenor, the baritone sax.
Wow.
Percussion, the bass, whatever. And the big band app we recorded with, the best players in Los Angeles. Russ Ferrante playing keyboards from the Yellow Jackets, of course, Bob Mintzer. The Afro-Cuban app was put together by Aron Serfate. He's my colleague professor at the University of Southern California. And Ultimaro Ruiz did the keyboards on that. The Brazilian app was done by a quartet in Sao Paulo. Wonderful players, and that's a lot of fun. Let me just give you a sample of that, because that's
There's Dorothy that is asking us a question. What do we search on the App Store? What's the name of the app?
You just Erskine Jazz Essentials or Mintzer Big Band Essentials. If you just find one of them, the others will be listed.
So guys, anche per voi in Italia basta cercare Peter Erskine oppure Bob Mintzer Big Band o Peter Erskine Essentials, e sicuramente avrete modo di poter acquistare e scaricare l'app.
And at my website, Pepe, I forgot, of course, there's a link to the App Store and a description of each app.
Oh, perfect. Allora se andate sul website di Peter, sicuramente lo potete trovare dal website, c'è un link. Okay.
So, you can have a lot of fun.
Is this app only for iPhone? No.
It's only for iPhone and iPad. But if you're interested in the Jazz Essentials with the piano trio, I have all those mix stems available at my website, and you can download it digitally for Android or for computer.
So yeah, this is guy from Italy, Marco Costanzo. Quest'app è solo per iPhone? No, Marco, quest'app, questo qua in particolare è per iPhone e laptop. Però se sei interessato Se sei interessato al piano trio di Peter Erskine, che già è missato e tutto, lo puoi acquistare direttamente dal suo website. Vai, Peter.
And the announcement was just made a couple weeks ago by Apple that the new computers will all be able to run iOS apps.
Perfect.
So ultimately, if you know, for the new users of Macintosh,
There's gonna be no problem.
there'll be no problem.
Quindi
Um,
poi comunque dei computer nuovi col tempo, dopo un paio d'anni, fra un anno, quello che sia, questo, con i nuovi computer questo app potrà essere suonato, utilizzato su qualsiasi computer.
okay, so did any questions come in?
Vediamo un po'. You guys any question? Ciao dal Canada. We got people watching from Canada, but I don't know. Ciro da Canada. Thanks for live streaming. Amazing to be able to best place in the world. Yes, indeed. Um, we got some new comments. Let's see. Dorothy found the app. Dorothy, she found the app. Danilo Visconti. Ciao, ok, grazie mille, Marco. Ramon Montagnier, Sosso di Alameda. Grazie mille, grazie Marco. Comunque, se ragazzi ci avete domande, se avete qualsiasi domanda, fatele pure. They all talking about this app. They love the music, which, yeah, I don't blame them. Peter, I do have a question because,
Okay.
sometimes I feel like people, they got shy, maybe they don't ask. Uh, what you suggest to the upcoming musician, drummers? What is your suggestion, your advice as a, for because of your experience, because you've been in the business for a long time, you're one of the mentors, and you've seen it all. So, what you suggest to a young upcoming player?
Okay. That's a very large question, of course,
Hmm.
and not an easy question right now because of
Yeah,
uh, the situation with the pandemic. And so, uh, normally I would say, play with other musicians as much as possible, go out and hear live music.
yeah,
And these things have been taken away from us for the moment. So it's temporary. I think maybe in another year, we'll be able to resume concert giving and concert attending. Uh, so we have to look at this moment in time as an opportunity. Number one, an opportunity to stay healthy if we can, an opportunity uh, to work on those things that you normally didn't have time. So, for example, at our university, Alan Pasqua, the piano teacher, said, uh, I'd like to suggest to all piano players just work on your right hand. No chords. What kind of improvisational ideas, what solos can you make just by playing melody? And so for drummers, um, now is a time when we don't need to, uh, how should I put it? Uh, it's very okay right now to make mistakes, okay? And so practice would be a good time. Uh, for example, what I was doing, can I, you know, now, how long can I do that and keep the focus and make it interesting for me? So I become aware of the spaces between the notes, the consistency of uh, of each hi hat note, the sound of my cross stick, um, the execution of the bass drum. You can practice bass drum control. You can practice coordination. But I think for drummers, I would use this time to get as comfortable as possible playing very basic beats. Pepe, I was going to say earlier that a lot of the rock drummers were much more smart than the jazz guys because they figured out a long time ago that they had to play for the song.
that's true. That's true. Like Ringo Starr.
And once you um, enter that world, uh, music making becomes it just adds another depth, another dimension or layer to it, and it really becomes fun. And then it takes the pressure off of playing to get the approval of another drummer. And drummers, we all love each other, um, but uh, ultimately, I if I play for the song, um, that's a much easier, uh, even though it's a more demanding, it's a much easier uh, power to play to than me trying to figure out hey, this cat Pepe's checking me out. I better play some cool stuff right now. And I don't know what that would be, but if I just concentrate on the song, then maybe Pepe's going to like it. I hope so.
No, no, no. I agree 100%. Yes.
And if you do like it, great. And if you don't, it doesn't change the way it sounds. You know?
But the funny thing is, at the same time, my honest opinion, I also believe that the same thing is for jazz players.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
you know,
I'm
there's
sorry, I
people who
switched
play
back.
so much stuff which is not called for instead of pleasing the music, which is let the music come to you,
Yeah,
in other words.
that's the point. Um, and and coupled with that advice I gave, and then I'll shut up, is listen to as much music as you can so you learn the vocabulary. Uh, you know, if I want to try to play uh, some Afro-Cuban music, I'm going to listen to Horacio. I'll find him on YouTube and get my education there and get inspired um, because that's the source. So look for the source and have fun listening. Most of all, I think have fun. Life is short,
Yes,
and
yes.
and this is very fun to do.
Wow. Yeah, I'm going to say that in Italian. I see a lot of Italians watching and asking questions. I'm going to show some.
Okay,
Um,
I'm sorry for the
so,
long answer.
sì, no, no, no. Ragazzi, come diceva Peter, um, è importante concentrarsi nel fare musica, conoscere il repertorio, cosa che, vabbè, io ho sempre detto, conoscere il repertorio, fai che la musica viene da te, non suonare solo perché vuoi far vedere che c'hai la tecnica o perché così, ma quando suoni in una band devi comunque, ascoltare gli altri e fare musica con lo strumento. Poi se vi interessa un qualsiasi musicista in particolare, ve lo potete trovare e studiare. La tecnica, come tanti di noi la facciamo a casa, ma quando andiamo a suonare, dimenticate tutto e aprite le orecchie. Ascoltate quanto più musica possibile, è possibile, perché alla fine noi veniamo chiamati e lavoriamo per fare musica. Uh, that's it. I had to translate that in Italian. How do you like that? Ta-da! So here it is.
I was texting while you did
Orazio,
that.
yeah, that's true. Orazio, un abbraccio forte, un bacio, fratello. Fabio Romano Marinelli. Quando comincia lo studio della batteria, il mio maestro mi consigliò di ascoltare The Birthday Concert, that's the Jaco thing, if I'm not mistaken, yeah. The Birthday Concert, appena è cominciato, sull'intro, The Chicken, mi si è aperto un mondo. So he said his teacher, he wanted to know when did you start, he was your teacher, but I want to know more about the Birthday Concert because the birthday concert was one of his first albums that his teacher played for him. And when he heard the first few bars of The Chicken, he changed his world and his way of thinking about drums. He's loves.
Well, I thank you. I think it's more Jocko that's the exciting element. Jocko had a beat that he wanted me to play. So the bass is like that, right?
Yeah.
And you could do. But Jocko wanted me to play. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. And and that was hard to do, especially if it was a little faster than I was ready for. So and I can't remember. It was a local drum set I used for the birthday concert. Some drummer down in Fort Lauderdale or Miami. Normally, when we toured with that band, I was using I had this Yamaha yellow drum set, same color as this, but an 18-inch bass drum. Uh, and so I always like funk on an 18. It's just the two heads. I really like the way it speaks. Bernard Purdy played a lot of stuff on an 18-inch bass drum, particularly live with Aretha.
Yeah.
So you get a different rebound, and on the 18 it was easier to do because the drum was live. When you've got uh, any kind of a pillow or damping on the bass drum, it's a little trickier to play that up to speed. But that was the beat. And ultimately, I found I could play it best if I played it heel down. Um, Gosh, that was
I gotta say the rhythm that you're
40
playing.
years ago.
No, the rhythm that you're playing on the 16th note, I hear the melody on the high end, but
Yeah.
I hear that the music, how the melody goes. That's great. What you were just doing right there. See?
See, you could do the 16th now. I can't. I don't have that speed anymore. Um, I never learned the molar thing. And the way Brazilian drummers can also they can.
Yeah.
Uh, it's amazing. I will say this that drummers today, um, and the list is too long, so I don't want to start naming names. But
No.
what drummers can do today is so far beyond when I was growing up, and we had great drummers, and of course the feel was the thing that was the biggest magnet, I think, for most of us. Uh, but the limit of what can be done on the drums has really gotten pushed. It's just amazing stuff, and I'm not talking just about the guys that use double pedals, although that's a lot of fun too. Um, but so the technical limitations uh, from the old days, it's just it's astonishing to see and hear what players can do, um, and I'm glad that I think enough people seem to still have an open mind uh, for open spaces on the drums. That it doesn't need to all be fast or loud. And that's an age-old thing. My teacher used to tell me at university, Pepe. Uh, he would say, "There's always going to be that drummer that comes along with the purple sticks," meaning, you know, flashy, fancy, whatever. And he said, you have to focus on developing and keeping musical values that work
Yes.
that are honest, that work for you. So
Yeah.
we're all, I think, on that search for our own kind of truth. There's no universal truth, uh, because there's not just one way to play this instrument.
No, of course not. Well, and then at the same time, like you said, well, rudiments are rudiments. Technique is technique. once you practice that 2 or 3 books, that's what it is, the historical one. That's all you need. Maybe the drums, the instrument, the adding of the electronic triggers and the electronic drum set, and yeah, the evolution of the electronic music. It got also the drums got evolved into that. But I also believe it's like you said, it's about listening. But what you were studying and what Buddy Rich was studying, what Louis Belson was studying, we're still practicing the same thing nowadays.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, if you look at the way Buddy played his drums and stylistically where Buddy was coming from,
Right.
very snare drum centric, and his snare drum was here, and the ride cymbal was not here. The ride cymbal was like here, very close, so Buddy could go between the snare and the ride instantaneously. And Buddy did a lot of pivoting. He wouldn't, but so he, with the cymbal set the way it was, and then the crashes where they were. I mean, you could have a drum 50 feet away, and Buddy could reach it faster than anyone. But uh, his style of playing, I found that if I wanted to, play I was a guest once with Buddy Rich alumni band in Japan. Uh, that
Wow.
Kathy Rich had put together, and I found that if I set the drums up more or less like the way Buddy did, but still comfortable for me, it just made more sense than tuned the drums in that similar fashion. Uh, trying to play a Buddy Rich chart with a bass drum with a pillow in it just
Yeah.
doesn't sound right to me. I went off topic. I don't know why I got into that rant.
No, 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 no. It's no. It's just like those are all information, opinion stuff that we say, and it's all good. It's all good coming from you. I would like to take a second to say hello to some other people watching right now. Fabio Romano Marinelli, ciao Fabio. Also Max Furian, ciao Max. Max
Hey,
Furian, which is a drummer from Italy. Wonderful drummer, by the way. Peter Erskine, my hero. Yeah, it's not all yours, my brother.
grazie, Max.
Now, Max. And then we have Salvatore Leggeri, Tommy Bradascio. I'm sorry, Tommy Bradascio. And then we got some new comments here. Michele Sant'Anastasio, my first clinic was Peter Erskine.
Yeah.
Michele Sant'Anastasio. And then everyone, Tom is saying, consiglio a tutti il libro di Peter, No Beethoven. So he's suggesting everyone to purchase No Beethoven.
It was translated into Italian. It's a very good edition. Good
Oh,
photos. If you want to read it in English, Hudson Music, Hudson Books, they have a digital book app now, and a lot of great books. And I was very happy that No Beethoven is now available on that. A whole new edition with new photos. If you're interested at all in the group Weather Report, there's a lot of good stories there. I was very lucky to be there, and I met Horacio the first time I was with Joe Zawinul in the first band that he had after Weather Report. It was called Weather Update. It didn't last very long, but we were playing in Helsinki on a small island not too far from the coast of the city of Helsinki. It was like a fort, and it was called Sea Jazz, as in la mer, the ocean. And Horacio was there with, I think he was playing with Gonzalo. And
Chupacabra.
yeah, and I remember we met, we got to talking, and somehow, for some reason, I asked him. I said, do you need a cymbal? Would you like a cymbal?" And, so I had a spare 16-inch crash, and I gave it to him because I was traveling with a couple spare cymbals, um, and he was so sweet for every summer for many years. Um, musicians are touring, and we would see each other, let's say, in the Rome airport, both of us on our way to catch our connecting flight. And he would stop, he'd say, "Maestro," and he was carrying a box of cigars to give me.
He just give it to you.
Yeah, every summer. And I finally had to say, I'm not. I really appreciate it. I'm just not smoking them. I don't smoke
Horacio
them.
is a one. Besides that, to me, he's a great drummer. He's like amazing with his knowledge and his rhythm, his drumming is great. But he's also a wonderful human being.
So
Yeah,
much.
he's,
Yeah.
he's so giving, so giving. Now, Max Furian is asking us a question. Ma Peppe, il groove di Fast City, se può dirci qualcosa. Allora, aspetta, mo glielo chiedo, Max. If you could give us an idea or a little example of Fast City.
Okay. Today we're going to call it Slow City. So the beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. It's something like that. But the
That's it. There you go.
Yeah, so it's kind of a combination fast swing and that sort of offbeat funk thing. Again, on an 18-inch bass drum with a little more rebound, it's a bit easier to do.
Thank you,
And
Peter.
I was a bit
Oh,
younger back then.
grazie. Hai visto, Max? Sono delle combinazioni. Sì, great. Questo sicuramente a me mi ha dato tante risposte. For what I saw right now, I already got a photograph picture of it.
That was a wild, that was a wild beat to play.
So I got one more question. I know it's been already an hour, and I don't want to keep you behind the set, for longer. First of all, again, I wanted to thank you so much for being my guest. You made my day and everyone's day. This was a wonderful live stream. A great way to have Peter in my living room.
I wanted to ask you a question first.
Yeah,
How does a snare drum sound?
good.
Not great?
Yeah. Is that well? If I would be there, I would say great. But I'm I'm listening to from a computer speaker. What snare drum is that?
This is a prototype. It's a 4.5 by 14-inch Tama,
Huh?
and it's going to be a signature drum, but it's got my favorite strainer on it. It's a
Beautiful.
hybrid of spruce and maple. 8 lugs, reinforcing ring on the batter side only. Uh, it's going to be very inexpensive, very affordable. The idea of this is so every drummer can have a jazz ready snare drum.
So when this is going to be on the market?
I think at the January NAMM show. Well, if there is a NAMM show, but it'll be introduced at the beginning of the year.
You know what? I know what you're saying, but we need to think more positive. It would there would be an M show. Maybe we wear a mask, and we have to keep our distance.
Maybe
But we need to hopefully. I mean, I know exactly it's what we're going
we
through right now. I do know.
we
I've
had
been
a
in the house for the last 4.5 months,
I
practicing
know.
like a maniac, and I feel like I want to scream. But anyway,
We had a tour planned for May, and of course that was canceled. Um, they postponed it to October. That we canceled it this past week. So we're hoping, next late spring or summer. Uh, I hope I can play again live in Italy, and I hope that Europe will allow Americans to
to yeah,
come.
I
Crazy.
know. I was talking to my mom and my father. They like 70, 74, 75 years old, and even if I want to go see them, I can't. As soon as I get there, they don't let me in. And I really hope that all this mess is going to end soon. If this is good, if this is happening right now for our safety and for the world's safety, it's okay. I'm glad it's happening, but hopefully something is going to change soon.
So everyone, stay home as much as you can. Wear a mask and practice. Listen to a lot of music. And
Yeah. But before you go,
yes,
now we got to say, I see you using a Tama drum set. That's what you play, right?
yes.
So this is which Tama is that?
This is the Tama Star. Uh,
Okay.
it's Bubinga.
Beautiful. And what symbols are those? They sound sweet.
This is a Avidus ride. This is a Swish Knocker. This is a K Sweet Crash 18. This is a prototype 18 with 3 rivets.
Oh, you got rivets on it, right?
Yeah, three of them. And I don't know if you can see it
Yeah.
here. No, you can't really.
No, no, no. That's okay. Oh, whoa, that looks good too.
Not nice.
Yeah.
I think I got 3 rivets. And then the hats are just new beats.
Wow. And also, if I'm not mistaken, you also have a new record out. 4 nights in LA. What's that one? It's a
Three,
disc, three disc, right?
3 nights in L.A.
3 nights. I
Um,
said that 4 because each night is worth one more for you.
the Paisano George Garzone is
Yes.
playing tenor sax. Alan Pasqua playing piano and Dargoles on bass. Yeah, I think it's the best album I've ever put out. It's a real swinger. 3 nights in L.A. You can get it online. Um, great drum sound. Little 4-piece kit, and it's a swinger.
Wow. So 3 nights in LA, guys. Check it out. George Gazoon, which I know I played with him actually in Boston. He lives in Boston.
Yeah,
And actually, I don't know if it's New Hampshire or Boston City because we had a gig in New Hampshire, I guess. Yeah, New Hampshire.
but
So, but anyway, George Garzon, guys, 3 nights in LA. Peter Erskine.
well, thank you.
Peter.
Everyone, please come to petererskine.com to
Mm.
say hello, and maybe I'll see you on Facebook. Uh, I'm trying to start a Patreon site, but or Patreon. I don't. So far, no one has signed up yet, but uh, I have this incredible archive of unreleased recordings that I want to start making available to members. Um,
Huh.
and it's a lot of fun stuff. So maybe if I get it together, I'll
If you can send me a link, I
send
can
you the
post it on
link.
my page too.
Great, thank you. I'll do that
Yeah.
because I tried. I put a link up on Facebook and I got no response. But
Now, are
there's
you
so much
also
going on right
teaching?
now.
I know, but are you also teaching online? You also give lessons online, or
I teach at artistworks.com. And
artist?
it's a great system. There are about 200 lessons that I made. I mean, they chopped it up into 200 lessons. It was a whole week of video recording in their studio, and then students submit a video. I watch it. I videotape a response, and this is my environment.
That's beautiful.
And so it's like private instruction,
One on one.
bite-sized, one-on-one instruction,
Okay.
and any student can watch any other student's masterclass dialogue or video
Allora,
exchange. So there. I think I have about 700 videos I've posted just in response to student videos, and those are all viewable.
I'm going to say that in Italian. Hold on one second. I'm sure, ragazzi, vi voglio dire che Peter insegna anche online, però la cosa bella è che non è che lui ha dei video che voi scaricate e prendete le lezioni. Cioè, le lezioni che Peter sta facendo sono one on one, cioè uno ad uno, direttamente con lui. Quindi è una grande opportunità. Questa è la cosa bella della tecnologia, possiamo vivere in qualsiasi parte del mondo e sempre prendere lezioni dal grande Peter o da chiunque è il tuo, eroe, oppure quello che ti ispira. Quindi in questo caso io vi consiglio vi consiglio di dare un'occhiata alla pagina, al website di Peter, perché io non me lascerei scappare questa cosa. Yeah. So,
I think
Peter,
I think I've run out of things to say, and your viewers have a Sunday to get back to. So I thank
yeah,
everyone for sharing part of their day or evening with me, and thank you, Pepe, for this invitation.
it's an honor. It's a pleasure. And please stay strong. You will always be an inspiration to me. Yes, strong, always you and your wonderful family. And
Thank
keep
you.
on playing that beautiful drums and make so much music because I love it. We
Thank you.
all do. Thank you,
Everyone,
Peter.
stay well. Thank you.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Ragazzi, il grande Peter Erskine, non solo un amico, ma una persona fantastica. Quindi, cosa vi posso dire? Appuntamento a domani e a dopodomani, perché poi ci sarà anche Ramon Montagnier. Comunque, grazie per averci ascoltato, grazie per avermi seguito. Io vi porto sempre con me, nel mio cuore, con il grande Peter Erskine. Oggi, ciao, adieu.